Hey everyone, this is Freedom Hacker AJ Raven with this month's recap and review of X-Men Gold issue number 2. And yeah, you guys must have heard about the scandal, the whole Ardian and Syaf thing that happened in X-Men Gold issue number 1, where he made some religious and political comments. I covered that story for the TheGeekairy, so the link to that will be down below. So coming back to issue 2, Syaf is still the main penciler of this issue, and I think Marvel has fired him. Well, they didn't fire him because he was a freelancer, so they just terminated their contract with him. And I guess starting from issue 4 and 5, some other artist is going to work on those issues instead of Syaf. So moving on, this issue picks up where the previous one left off. Kitty and her X-Men face off with the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. And these are the people. We see Magma in there somehow. I'm not sure why, but yeah, it seems that her allegiances have shifted, and these guys are battling. However, Old Man Logan gets burned by Magma, and Kitty orders Kurt to teleport him out. And for some reason, Kurt ends up teleporting near Mesmero. And Kitty also orders telekinetic fast ball special, which is abbreviated as TPS. And yeah, I guess Rachel just throws Colossus with force, so that looks like a good attack. And so this is a person that Kitty knows. This is Magma. This isn't Pyro because Pyro and Avalanche are dead. However, these seem to be some other people who have the same powers. However, as Kitty explains, their voices are different. And this is someone that Kitty isn't sure about. However, writer Mark Guggenheim said that this is someone whose story is going to play a role in this series. I guess starting from issue 20, which is way far off, but it'll be interesting to see what Mark Guggenheim has in store with regards to this character. So the X-Men fight with the Brotherhood of Mutants, and like I said, Kurt teleports Old Man Logan to Mesmero, and apparently Mesmero is the leader of the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants right now. I'm not sure, and he hypnotizes Kurt to keep on teleporting until he faints from exhaustion, and he takes Old Man Logan with himself. And Shield comes in, and the Brotherhood of Mutants have a teleporter with them, and they all teleport. However, this is where Captain America tells Kitty that she has a very big problem to deal with. Apparently, Lydia Nance is after mutants, and she wants them to just leave New York. And yeah, I'll come to this later. So yeah. Okay, I'll talk about this now. So this is apparently some sort of executioner, and he's killing mutants. And I think the whole Secret Empire thing with Captain America is going to be the arc where this executioner goes after the mutants, and everyone is trapped in the mansion with this executioner. So I hope no one dies. None, an important mutant doesn't die. I think fodder mutants are going to die, but I really hope no one is seriously injured or whatever. So coming back to Lydia Nance, she talks about how mutants used to live in Genosha, and then there was a utopia, and she really just wants mutants to go and live on their own somewhere else because, as she says, there are 20 times more mutants and inhumans than everybody else living in a normal society that's New York, and she doesn't want anything to do with that. So they are talking about deporting mutants, and it's supposed to be a state-sponsored deportation. So let's see how that works out. And coming back to Kitty and Colossus, Kitty wants to help everyone because the Brotherhood of Mutants kidnapped the mayor of New York, and she wants to find Logan as well. However, as Colossus puts, no one is sure that even if they defeat the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants and if they are able to save New York's mayor, they aren't sure that they'll still be congratulated as heroes because they're mutants and everybody just hates them. They just hate mutants for some reason. They like people like Inhumans, people like the Avengers and other super powered heroes, but no one likes mutants because they pose a basic existential or extinctional threat to the human race. So it kind of makes sense, but it also doesn't make sense. It's weird, it's complicated. So yeah, the issue ends with Logan taking down the Brotherhood of Evil mutants all by himself and calling Kitty to go to some address. And yeah, let's see what happens in issue number 3 that will be out in 2 weeks. And again, the writer was Mark Guggenheim, the penciler was Ardian Syaf, inker was Jay Leiston, and colorist was Frank Martin. Coming to Ardian Syaf, I'm kind of disappointed. I'm disappointed at what he did because comic books are not the platform for him to secretly share his political and religious agenda, whatever, even if he thought that he was in the right. I enjoyed his art. It was simple. It had nice cuts. It was good. It was dynamic, as you can see here. So yeah, let's see what the rest of the artists are able to do with this series. Anyway, the only complaint, or I guess the thing that I am really looking forward to, is that Storm doesn't seem to have a bigger role in this series, and I really want her to have one. I would have even preferred her leaving the X-Men and doing her own solo thing because she deserves another solo series. So let's see what happens there. Anyway, let me know what you thought about X-Men Gold issue number 2 down in the comment section below. And until the next time, stay happy, stay safe, stay blessed, and I'll see you guys later.